My name is Saihou Njie. I'm a batik artist, I'm a teaching artist, and I'm a peace ambassador. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm originally from Gambia, West Africa. My work is abstract, but it's African oriented. When you look at it, you know it was done by an African hand. I grew up wanting to do the arts. I decided to do batik because my mother practiced it. She used the medium to decorate fabric that she turned into clothing. I used to help her doing this. So when I studied art, I decided I want to do art for a living. And because I enjoyed so much time, precious good times with my mother doing the art, I figured I will carry her legacy with me by practicing batik. Growing up, the person is like a canvas. Every drop of paint, every hint of color is registered. You absorb the culture, the patterns, the ways of speech. Coming to America, I've spent almost 44 years in the United States, and I have, of course, picked up all of those things. So the blending of them is what makes my art today. Cooking is definitely art. You have a sense of what you want to taste. And having experienced all the ingredients, you go for them just like you pick your colors and cook. Smells good. Back in Gambia, men do not cook. We don't cook as boys. So when I came to the United States, that's when I started cooking. I remember I butchered my first meal, but I nonetheless was able to get it going. I had to experiment and ask questions and find out how to cook so that it tastes like home. When I first came, I was 20, and I was really excited about coming to America, the land of milk and honey, where, everything is smooth. Milk comes out of the faucets, and, the streets are paved with gold. In the 70s, in Boston, Massachusetts, I was a dancer there. I danced with an African ballet company. And it's from one of our concerts that I actually met my wife. And we've been together ever since. My wife is from Homestead, Pennsylvania. When my wife arrived in the Gambia, I must say she experienced a very warm welcome. In Africa, people look at the African American very differently. They want to welcome them. They want to ask a lot of questions. They're very curious about African Americans. Unfortunately, the relationship between Black Americans and Africans, according to what I've observed, is not very good. And that is part of my mission, really, because I want to reconnect the two people. If you look like me and you are born 3,000 miles away, there is some kind of connection, especially if I know that your great-great-grandparents were taken from my part of the world and brought 3,000 miles away. When we come to that realization that we are one, we might be able to start to do something about our plight, our standing. We do not want to be the lowly people. Our history tells us the opposite. We are not that. It has been put into our heads that we are so. We got to have change. Change has got to come. I use my cuisine and my art to introduce myself and my homeland to people who do not know. I cook like I paint, really. I just go on the fly, going by whatever spices are available to come up with something good. I want my food to be nourishing. I want it to taste good. And I want it to create conversation. And when you have all of these things put together, the company is good. And when a company is good, people go away from it feeling good. And a person that feels good does good. And when you do good, it just keeps going, just like a ripple, like a wave. It happens. So, good always makes good. And I try my best every day to do good.